This happened when Google shut down for just 5 minutes. Remember the days of thumbing through a big old encyclopedia and hoping to find something useful? Recent developments in technology have taken this classic pastime and made it a reality. Students can now just Google one simple term and find what they need in seconds. These days, using Google is no biggie. It's become a verb that is used by even common people who don't pay attention to such technicalities. Before the online age, information was hard to find. And if you could get at it, it was often difficult to understand it. But now, with the power of Google and the internet, we have access to anything we want in seconds. If you don't believe me, ask your grandmother. Hello there and welcome back to SEO Newsroom. In this video, we'll see how it all went down when Google was down for just 5 minutes. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. We know Google is the first choice when it comes to searching the internet. But how did it feel when that search engine went down? It took an outage to show us. The internet has been a home for a long time and had finally gotten so reliable that most people didn't even notice when the website of Gmail was down. But then Google was down for several minutes, which was enough to show us how vulnerable we are as users of these websites. People were left scratching their heads when Google went down. Here's how it all went down. Is it only Google that's offline, or was it the whole web? For a few minutes, everyone was sure their internet was down, until they asked Google and found out it actually wasn't. Google's eponymous search engine, which began as a student dorm project in 1995, isn't what it used to be, via Google. For instance, before the company was founded in 1998, it was known as Backrub. It was later renamed after a mathematical pun and the goal of its developers, Larry Page and Sergey Brin. With the purpose of organizing the world's knowledge, Google evolved into something more than just an online search engine. Google improved its search engine by making it easier to find U.S. jobs and tune an instrument. Users may now search for songs on Google by humming. Although the company's expanding global user base can be ascribed to its litany of changes and new services over the years, it appears that the digital giant already had a significant hold over the web and its netizens before all that. However, it first had to fall to demonstrate its online dominance. After nearly a decade, Google unwittingly proved that it's close to being the internet. Google lost 40% of the internet site traffic for 5 minutes in 2013. The blackout also disabled Google Drive and YouTube. Netizens were relieved when its services resumed in 4 minutes. After Google recovered, internet traffic increased by 50%, demonstrating that most internet activity involves Google. The incident was questioned as a publicity stunt, but the damages imply otherwise. According to CNET, the blackout cost Google $371,000 and angered netizens in 2009. Google's outage was quickly fixed, but the corporation apparently didn't reveal the cause. However, Google's outage history supports its massive internet presence. If Google goes down, so does its hold on the internet. It should come as no surprise how many individuals are impacted whenever Google experiences downtime. After all, the number of Google web search users alone vastly outnumbers rival search engines. According to global stats, Google receives 87% of user searches in the United States, while Microsoft's Bing receives only 7%. However, Google not only takes the top rank, but it also dominates online browsers by a wide margin. This was evident in 2021 when Google Chrome claimed 3.3 billion users, accounting for 41% of all internet users. Apple's Safari browser trailed by billions, while the rest are simply too far behind. This trend continued the following year, with Google Chrome reclaiming the top spot as the most popular web browser in 2022. If a brief 5-minute outage generated a commotion in the past, how much more would it damage Google's vast user base, which is now beyond the billions? So if Google were to go down again, would it be the end of the internet as we know it? Actually, it wouldn't, but a large portion of its online traffic would disappear along with it, maybe even more than before. That 40% figure is still concerning. Is our current Google dependence unhealthy? Were you affected by the outage? How can we reduce our reliance on Google? Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you again in our next video.